Discourse markers part 3, 49 alternatively. An alternative is a second choice, another option. So alternatively is used to suggest a second choice or possibility. A. The agency will make travel arrangements for you. Alternatively, you can organize your own transport. So it's either A or B, either this or that. You have the choice, it's your call. B. You can go by air, or alternatively, you can drive there. So again, you have two options. I'm not saying which one is better. It's up to you. So you can see A, you have a full stop, and then capital A, alternatively, comma, or B, comma, or alternatively, no comma, all lowercase, all small letters. So either way is good. It's exactly an alternative. 50 instead is also about choices, but it is about a closed choice. We have made the choice already, while alternatively still has an open choice. You haven't made the choice yet. So instead is used to suggest that one thing replaces another. She didn't go to Greece at last. Instead, she went to America. So we are crossing out Greece but giving a tick to America. He didn't reply. Instead, he turned on his heel and left the room. So no reply, just silence and leaving the room. Don't marry Phil, marry me instead. Again, the choice is made. This is my choice made for you. So you see there must be a negative word, not, in the first part. This is how we are crossing out the first option to introduce the second option. You can put instead at the beginning of a sentence, as seen in sentences A and B, capital I, comma, or put it at the end. Both positions are very common. Bare infinitives part 1. After a modal verb, you need a bare infinitive. But first of all, what is a modal verb? There are 9 of them. May, might, can, could, will, would, shall, should, and must. After these 9 modal verbs, you must put down a bare infinitive, the basic form of a verb. Example A, I must go now, must go. It can't be must going, must went, must gone, must goes. All wrong. It must be bare infinitive, must go. B, do you think she might be joking? Do you think she might be joking? What about past tenses? C, she can't understood. This is a very common error. You should say she couldn't understand. The past tense goes to the modal verb, which is now could, while the infinitive will always stay as the infinitive. Apart from the 9 typical modal verbs we just introduced, there are also some subspecies we call semi-modal verbs. They all have 2 words. D, you ought to stay in bed. You ought to stay in bed. So ought to, 2 words together, combined, we call it a semi-modal verb. You better check that the doors are all locked. You'd better. That means had better. So again, this is a semi-modal verb, had better. You do not put a to before the verb. You just put a bare infinitive, not a to infinitive. So better check, rather than better to check. F, you better not go home till the fog clears. Again, you cross out to. You mustn't put it there. You'd better not go home till the fog clears. Finally, have to is also a semi-modal verb. They'll have to take the course again. Finally, we have a very special member, need. It can be a modal verb in negative statements or questions, but not in affirmative statements. H, you needn't worry, or you need not worry. Look, it's just like a modal verb. You even have a short form needn't, like you mustn't, you shouldn't, you should not worry, you must not worry. It's exactly a modal verb, which means you don't have to worry, or you don't need to worry. In this case, need is a full verb. You have to after that. In questions, you can say I, Need I say anything? Need I say anything? That means do I need to say anything? So look careful whether you're using a modal verb need or a full verb need. So again, may I remind you, the modal verb need cannot be applied to positive statements. You cannot say you need worry. No, you can only say you need to worry, in which case need is a full verb, a normal verb, rather than a modal verb. So this page is about a very basic golden rule for English learners, especially beginners. If you don't know this rule, modal verb and then a bare infinitive, you will fail your more advanced examinations.